Welcome to the Igniting Hope Beliefs Gym. Nobody wants flabby beliefs. Our load-bearing capacity is so linked to what we believe. You're a person who's getting stronger as we push against resistance, emotional resistance, circumstantial resistance. Then we build those belief muscles. Wow. And today we're going to talk, I'm going to get right into it because usually I give a little bit of preliminary thoughts that aren't connected so much to the podcast. But today, the title of this message is Working Out Our Relational Beliefs. Working out our relational beliefs. We have beliefs really in 5 different areas. We have beliefs about God. We have beliefs about ourselves. We have beliefs about other people. We have beliefs about circumstances, and we have beliefs about the decisions we've made or are making. It's this one about relationships, other people, we're talking about today. Now, the quote, every area of my life that doesn't glisten with hope means I'm believing a lie, and that area is a stronghold of the devil. In my life, when I heard that in the early 90s, wow. Every area that doesn't glisten with hope, every area in my thinking that doesn't glisten with hope means I'm believing a lie. Now, and this also includes other people. That we are hope people because our hope for other people is really what makes us a leader. I believe after love, hope is the most powerful leadership quality there is. Our hope level determines our influence level. He who has the most hope has the most influence. When God showed Ezekiel a valley of very dry bones in Ezekiel 37, he said, can these bones live? Basically, he was asking, do you believe these bones have a good future? And that's really what hope is. We believe our cities have a good future. We believe the people in our life have a good future. We believe we have a good future. Our future is as bright as the promises of God. Now, people around us or ourselves or whatever we may not be embracing the promises of God or the ways of God. But our presence, our hope, our beliefs about people is going to be a major factor about the influence that we're going to have. Now, let me just say what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that we don't have boundaries in relationships. I'm not saying people have equal access to us or equal opportunity under us just in the name of believing in people. I'm not saying there's different seasons of life where people will be in our life for a season and might not be in our life in another season. I'm not saying that. Not saying we let ourselves be abused in the name of beliefs or that we're enabling people in bad behavior in the name of beliefs. But with that said, we're working out our beliefs. How we think about people is so important. Now, I'm going to give you today in this message 3 workouts that we do concerning our beliefs about others. Our identity workouts, working out overcoming disappointment workout, and wisdom and assignment workout. Now, let's start with number 1, our identity workout. See, prophetic ministry helps people understand who they really are, that they're significant, and they got greater things ahead. I don't want to just prophesy. I want to see prophetically. The angel in Judges 6 prophesied to Gideon his beliefs about Gideon. Now, Gideon was, if you know the story, the angel said, the Lord is with you, mighty warrior. Well, Gideon was a mighty warrior who had non-mighty warrior feelings, non-mighty warrior beliefs, non-mighty warrior circumstances. But the angel, he had high beliefs. He was a hope angel. He was a hope angel. We're hope people. Again, our hope level determines our influence level. He saw beyond where Gideon was, saw who he really was. So it's the identity workout where we see beyond what people are doing, beyond what they're saying, beyond how they're feeling, and we see them higher. One of the greatest leaders do is convince the people they're leading that they're significant. Parents, church leaders, influencers in any realm, teachers, we convince people they're significant. That's what the angel tried to do to Gideon, convince him. Then God got in, trying to convince him. Now, again, it didn't work at first. But just because it doesn't work at first, and just because, just like Gideon, he argued and he just said, that's not true. And sometimes people say, what do you do with someone who won't receive the words? Well, just think about that example in the Bible. So we work out identity beliefs, family members, people close to us. It's the most important place to do that. We manage relationships, we manage things, and we'll get into that in a moment when we talk about wisdom and assignment workout. But the first thing we do is we want to see people prophetically. Who we believe we're talking to will determine the level of hope and empowerment in our words. Matthew 12:34, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what I believe about the people that I'm talking to determines the level of life that's coming out of me. Again, this is why we see people prophetically. This is why great speakers have high beliefs about the people they're speaking to. Because if we don't have high beliefs, we'll tend to move into teaching and preaching works of the law, maybe verging a little on legalism or a lot on legalism. And then we become part of the problem in the life of the people we're talking to. I remember the Lord basically saying to my wife, Wendy, and me, never counsel anybody you don't have hope for. Never counsel anybody you don't have hope for. And so we work out beliefs. Who are these people? How do you see them, Lord? What makes them unique? We implement Hebrews 10:24, let us consider one another to stir up love and good works. We consider them and we ask, what is it about them? What do I like about them? Which is really that question we ask and consider. What do I like about them? What do I like about my family member? What do I like about that leader maybe I'm struggling with? What do I like? Because once we are able to focus on that and the identity and what makes them unique, and especially if we speak it, then we become an unusual person in that person's life who actually believes in them. So we work out identity. Who are they? What do I like about them? We keep that up. We keep it up. And then that puts us in a place of powerful prophetic ministry and partnering with God. Now, number two is we have the overcoming disappointment workout. The nature of most relationships is excitement, disappointment, then either disconnection or connection. Again, that's just most relations. That's in marriage. You get excited. People say we don't need marriage counseling. Well, because we feel so good right now. No, what we all face some level of disappointment. We all are tempted to be disappointed with God, ourselves, and with people. So we recognize that disappointment is one of the giants that's standing in our promised land that we get to defeat. Old Testament, they had literal giant beings in there. New Covenant, it's mindsets, it's strongholds. And disappointment is one of the strongholds that if we're not careful in our relationships, we move to a place of of not believing in people because of past disappointment. The same culture that created 11 world changers created a Judas from Jesus. Listen to this. If our goal is to prevent a Judas, we'll never have 11 world changers. If we let the one failure dominate our thinking and we become self-protective and defensive and trying to make our goal not to be disappointed in relationships, then we're going to have really flabby beliefs in relationships. Yeah, flabby beliefs. And so the tendency to withdraw our hearts from people who disappoint us. One of my declarations that we have on our ignitinghope.com website, we've got a lot of free resources on there. We have lists of declarations under resources. And one of them is beliefs we declare for leaders. And one of them is, I will not withdraw my heart from people who disappoint me or that I hear negative information about. It's staying connected, belief. And it's this piece. Okay. It's exciting when we feel like we want to withdraw our heart because, again, we're working our beliefs out. That's resistance. It's exciting because we get to push against that and develop a connectivity. We become like the father in the prodigal son. He ran towards people. We're not like the elder brother who separated himself in Luke 15. So we overcome disappointment. We work it out. We all got it. We get disappointed we get tempted to be disappointed. I don't want to say we're going to be. We get tempted. And the last workout is this wisdom and assignment workout. We get our beliefs focused, but then what are we to do? What are we to do? What is our assignment to that person? Is that person, where are they in importance in my life? We've got circles where people, the family are very close and key people in our lives and ministries and organizations, friends. And then we've got other people who are not as close, but we're still in relationship with them. And we need to identify, okay, what season am I in? What's my calling to that person? And some people are not going to be happy with that. They want more out of us than we're called to give. Well, we need to hopefully communicate well, share, but we're not going to make everybody happy in some of the decisions we make as we clarify our priorities and stay in the important and non-urgent time quadrant of our life. And then we understand what our assignments are, but then we also, wisdom. As we have relationships and we have things that disappointments, things we're tempted to be disappointed about, areas that we need to decide what we're going to do, how we're going to handle it. It's in that we get a word from the Lord. Okay. The most important things when we have a challenge or want to get into a dream is, what do you want me to believe? And then what do you want me to do? Now, this second piece of what do you want me to do is vital, because Matthew 4:4 says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. And so the quality of my life depends on my identifying what I believe God has told me in promise, identity, and then direction. What do I believe God said? Lord, how do you want me to handle this difficult relationship dynamic? What are you saying? My book, Fully Convinced, The Art of Decision Making, could be a big help as well. We get a good process of decision making, then we decide, and then we renew our mind with that. That's the fifth area of beliefs. What do I believe the Lord has said? to do. Wisdom. It's going to vary. There's no cookie cutter answer on even similar situations because it's going to depend a lot on seasons, tendencies we're to overcome, what's happened in the past. So while we're working out our relational beliefs, we realize this is one of the key beliefs that we have in our life. God, people, ourselves, circumstances, and decisions. It's a people. Wow. Okay, I'm getting stronger beliefs about the people in my life. I am a father, not an elder brother. I see people prophetically. I have strong beliefs about those in my life. And because of that, I become a great person of hope. And I believe after love, hope is the most powerful leadership quality that there is. So we identity workout, overcoming disappointment workout, and wisdom and assignment workout. Thanks so much for listening to this podcast. If you like these podcasts, why don't you tell somebody else about it? Hey, send us an email at info@ignitinghope.com if you want to share that. We always love hearing testimonies. Love seeing people as I travel. Almost every place I go, somebody comes up to me and says, hey, I'm a podcast listener. Keep it up. I'm going to be in Vancouver, British Columbia. I'm in October here, end of October, Atlanta, Georgia in November, Albany, Oregon in December, Caldwell, Idaho in January. I will be in Powell, Ohio, near Columbus, also in January. It's good. Hey, a couple things coming up, starting the prophetic class, igniting the prophetic in you. If you listen to this right when it's released, we're doing that coming up on Monday here in October. And if you can't afford it, let us know what you can do. It's going to be powerful. Igniting the prophetic in you. And going to be doing a couple special Zoom sessions, one on finances with Jim Baker at the end of October, where Wealth with God, and he's going to come on. He and I are going to talk about finances and give an opportunity for those who want to go deeper with him in Wealth with God. He's got just a great ministry there. And then Ian Carroll's going to come on in November, and he's going to help people with online presence. And if you want to grow your online ministry, so if you're at the beginning point of that or just begun and you want help, that's good. And then he's also going to give an offer for people who want more of him in taking existing online ministries to the next level. He's really helped so many people. That's coming up. And then in January, we're going to be having a victorious living. Wendy and I, it's going to be 16 weeks. We're going to do, it is really going to be good. If you're looking for something to dive deeper into what we're doing, just keep your ears open for January. Sign up for our newsletter at ignitinghope.com if you want to stay current with what we're doing. If you want the dates and details of what I mentioned with Jim Baker and Ian Carroll, or if you want them, email us at info@ignitinghope.com. Hey, we're here to ignite your hope. We're here to stir up the joy of the Lord in you. And I just say this today, that your hope level is going to another level. Increasing hope is the evidence we're renewing our mind with truth instead of lies and building positive strongholds. Decreasing hope is the evidence we're renewing our mind with lies and creating negative strongholds. The joy of the Lord is our strength. We don't need strength at the end of the battle. We need strength in the middle of the battle. For pretty much everybody listening, this season is not just a good season to be radically joyful. To feeling like, oh, there's too much uncertainty, there's too pressure, there's unresolved things, there's personal weaknesses, there's family dynamics, there's media issues, whatever. Now, I've never found a convenient season to be radically joyful. And the Lord is releasing on you right now just a grace for joy, you are a joy catalyst. You are going to find yourself in this season with greater joy. You're saying, how did it happen? Because you are, just by feasting on these Igniting Hope tools and what we're doing, it's going deeper. You're getting fully convinced. Hey, thanks so much for listening to the podcast. We love you all. Praying blessings on you. Thank you for your prayers. Thanks for financial support. Those of you who feel called to do that. Thank you for just passing this message on to others. If you didn't listen to my podcast last week, I made a big announcement of a change and move in Wendy's in my life. So you might want to listen if you didn't hear that. All right. God bless.